Hello again. This is my take 2 of attempts of trying to video myself without looking like a complete idiot or blinking as much as I just did. I thought today I would try a different method, which is to talk about something I actually have a topic to say about. Also, I apologize for the loud cars in the background. It's raining today, and so it's kind of a mess. The topic for right now, sorry for the random shaking there, I kind of forgot I was holding the phone, is drinking water. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say that I'm a skinny person. I'm trying to become a skinny person, but I'm not a skinny person right now. I weigh about 204 pounds, which is way, way more than I should be weighing right now. No judgment to those of you who like that or who want to be that, but that is just not where I'm at right now. So I'm working to lose weight. It is going moderately well. I've lost about 10 to 12 pounds, give or take. And one of the ways that I'm trying to do that is by drinking more water. Now, the thing with drinking water is it's not just for weight loss, it's generally or specifically for people who need water, which would be everyone. Literally everyone. No one is exempt. We all need water, so you should drink it. Except telling me that even a year ago, I would have said, I hate water. I will not put it to my lips. Do not hand me that. I would drink literally anything that wasn't water, but not water. And I drank things throughout the day, but they weren't water, which is kind of an issue, which I discovered not until I actually started drinking the recommended amount of water, which for me is about 8 ounces of water, which means it's about 4 of these cups. These cups are 20 ounces each. So I discovered that a lot of my medical things that I've been dealing with for years were because I wasn't drinking enough water, or at the very least went away when I started to drink water. For example, I am extremely lethargic, or at least I was, for a lot of the time of my day. It's miserable to be that tired all the time, but I was tired all the time. I thought it was because I couldn't sleep, I thought it was because for a ton of reasons, and it probably still is. But when I drank water, I stopped being that tired, somehow. I'm still tired, but I'm not that tired. I'm not to the point where I don't want to even get up. I don't get to that level like I did before. Okay, another thing was I have an issue with wanting to go to the bathroom like all the time and having to go immediately the second that I realized I did. And I had it for years, and I had extreme urinary pain and like all these different things, and I went to like medical doctors, I went to tons of people for it, I did tons of specialists, I had surgery to try to see what was going on, I had tons of things. It went away when I started drinking water, or majority of it has gone away when I started drinking water. Now, if I stop drinking water for a day, I start having it again. And it's because I'm dehydrated. I'm chronically dehydrated. I've dehydrated myself to the point that my body couldn't do what it needed to do because I wasn't drinking anything or water at all. And, yeah. So when I first started wanting to drink water, and I did want to drink it, it was not oh, you know what, I feel like drinking water now. I had to actually make a conscious decision to drink water and to think about drinking water. It's not easy if you don't like water, which I am not somebody that likes water. It makes my mouth feel weird. I don't like its taste or the lack of taste. I don't like mixing things in my water. I feel like it like, you know, those powders and the squeeze bottle things with the liquid inside that you squeeze and you mix it up in the drink. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do those because it tastes diluted. It doesn't taste good to me. Tons of reasons why I don't like water. But the point was, I didn't like water. But then, when I kind of figured out that I got my Garmin watch. I got my Garmin watch. It's very cute. It's got a panda on it. It told me, I was like, you know what? I it told me, and I realized that I needed to make some changes to how I was dealing with different things like water. Mostly because I was like, why did I just spend $200 on a watch if I'm not going to actually do the things the watch is telling me to do? That would be kind of dumb. Or at least make changes based on what I'm seeing from the watch. And so I went out, bought a fancy water bottle, which I used for a period of time, and then I was like, don't really like this. This is not as good as I want it to be. I'm not. I was drinking more, and that's when I started seeing like real results of my health. Like my health drastically changed. I got more awake. I was feeling physically better. I ate less, and I ate differently. That's one of the weirdest things I never thought would happen, but I literally liked processed and bad food less because of the water intake. Water changed how much I ate and what I wanted to eat. Like I would order French fries and I'd try to take a bite of it and I wouldn't like it because it was too salty, it was too much. My taste buds were changing based on how much water I was drinking, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. You think about that being a thing that can happen. At least I did, and my people I would go out with would be like, "Kayla, you usually finish like that in like 2 seconds. Why are you not eating? You're not even done with half." And I'm like, I'm just not hungry. I don't want it. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. And then as I realized, like, depending on how much or how little water I drank, that number would change. I'd get hungry or less hungry or whatever it was based on how much liquid I was taking into my body. What was I going to say next? Oh, so how I actually changed from drinking just a couple of glasses of water a day to drinking for real. I tried 3 water bottles. I tried a Contigo one. I tried a Hydro Flask. There's what I'm looking for. And I have this one, which is my new favorite one. This is in Aladdin. It's from Target. It's $10. The other one, the big one, so I have 2 of them that are both, I believe, 32 ounce, and this one is 20 ounces. And I still use my Hydro Flask. I keep forgetting the word that is. It's white. It's got a blue little wrap around. It's very cute. And I like it a lot, but the problem with it is it's very hard to hold, and it's also really large and heavy. So if you attach it to anything, like say your backpack or your pant loop or whatever it is, it also doesn't have an attacher. Like my Contigo one had a clip. This one doesn't have that, and it's very annoying. Because how are you supposed to hook it to anything or carry it without holding it literally in your hand? And if you're trying to do anything else, you can't because you've got this huge clunky water bottle attached to you. So it doesn't really work, and it's kind of miserable and all those other things. And also, it's really big. So if you're trying to fill it up in like a sink or like a water fountain, which I was a lot because I was at college, like it just wasn't working the way that it needed to work. I couldn't get it to fit the way that I needed it to fit into my lifestyle. But then COVID-19 happened. And so basically when that happened, or a couple weeks after that happened, I got this one. And what I like about this one is it's 20 ounces. I can see how much water I have and how much water I'm drinking. And I know the exact amount that I'm drinking every time I drink one of these. I'm not questioning it. And it doesn't take me too long to drink it. Like the 32 ounce ones took me a couple of hours. And by then, I didn't care about putting it into my tracker. That's the other thing I do. I put every glass of water I have that I drink into my tracker, which is very useful because then I know, oh crap, I didn't make my water goal for the last 3 days. That's why I feel like shit. And that's just the reality. I wake up and I try to have a glass of water on my desk. I do not always succeed at this, but I try. And if I don't succeed, chances are I'm probably not drinking water. Because I really don't like water and I'm not the best at self-disciplining. But I continue to work at it. So I try to drink 4 of these a day, 1 of these in the morning, or 2 even, 2 of these in the morning, 1 midday, and 1 at night, at least. I try to get them done as quickly as possible because I don't like water, A, and B, because it's easier to not forget to do it if I'm aware that I need to do it. Like, I try to think about it, I try to process it, I try to continue to do it. Speaking of which, I'm thirsty. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've managed it, is by trying to make myself do it. It is a forced thing. I force myself to drink water. But I do it because I have now realized that if I don't do it, I desperately need it. Like, all those problems come right back the second that I don't drink water. So now people say, like, oh, you know, if you drink water, like, all your problems will be fixed. And everybody's like, that's not really true. Like, that's, you know, you can't really say that to people you don't know, all that other stuff. I don't know if that's that far. I would not say that water is a miracle worker, but I will say that if you're not drinking the recommended amount of water, that would be the first thing I'd try. Mind you, I'm not a medical person. I have no idea about medical things other than what I've experienced. And that's what I've experienced. 9 times out of 10, things are fixed by the fact that I'm not drinking water. I don't know if this helps you, if it doesn't help you, if it's just kind of a mess. It's probably just kind of a mess because I'm just taking a one-take video of myself talking about water drinking, which is not one of the topics that I really particularly like, but it is nonetheless useful. And it is important. And so, as someone that can't and struggles to drink water, that was the way that worked for me. I had to get a cup that I really, really liked and use it the way I really, really liked. The other thing, I meant to mention this too. I use my hydro flask when I go out. I don't bring this with me because it's much, much harder to hold and handle. And you can attach like a clippy thing. You can attach a clippy thing to the hydro flask and hold it with the attached thing. But I don't do that nearly as much as I just wait until I get home and then drink out of this because I know how much I'm drinking. Like, if I don't drink the full 32 ounces in the hydro flask by the time I get home, then I won't know how much I've drank, because then I'd have to pour out all the water and measure it and all that other nonsense. And who wants to do that? Whereas I can just drink this one before, one after, and then I probably have enough. So yeah, those are my tips. I have no idea if this is useful or helpful or anything like that. But my main tip, if you don't like water, is to just force yourself to do it. And also, even if you force yourself to do it for like a day or two, you're going to see a difference if you haven't been doing it before now. Because you're gonna notice differences. Not necessarily in like your weight or things like that, but in how you feel, how your physical body feels to yourself. You will notice differences in that. And it at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide whether that is worth it to you. To me, it was. But not everybody is going to have that same reaction. So that's all for now. Thanks, guys. Bye.